Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. Okay, so we're getting together today to talk about the energy of July. So this is not my readings that I do every week where you can type me please and get a card. That is on Sundays at noon. So check that out if you haven't already. But this is where I'm talking to you about just how the energy is going in July. So I have a membership called Energy on Purpose where we are working with what the reading for July is and then moving it into what we can do with the energy and the momentum of what we're working with. And the energy of July was a lot about the mirrors and projections. A lot of looking at other people and seeing things you didn't like or seeing things that you don't like about yourself and then having to work through that. So that's really what the energy has been speaking to. So I'm going to just talk about this a little bit. And you guys, if you're watching this later, thanks for watching later. If you pop in live, feel free to put in what you think is happening in the chats. If you're watching later, put it in the chats, what you are feeling like is happening. But let me just talk a little bit about the energy this month as far as mirrors go. So, so first, your subconscious mind does not like to be wrong. So whatever is in your subconscious mind, whether you know it or not, whether your consciousness wants to believe that you believe it or not, it is activated when you're interacting with things. So when you interact with people, um, your mind quietly builds a story around what's happening that has to do more with what your internal world looks like rather than your external world. And every detail can kind of get confirmed a belief or a filter of what you're interacting with is basically true, even though it's really more you're interacting with yourself rather than the outside world. And if somebody comes into your space that you don't agree with or doesn't validate your existence, you reject them or you project harder onto them. And they still both protect that subconscious reality. But if you can catch this projection, the moment that you feel like defensive or angry or want to label something, it's a really good point to interrupt limiting beliefs and stop for just a second and be like, hey. So, hi, exploring fish. There is no one for the reading today. So, this is just so you guys know if you're watching this later too. I'm just talking about the energy of July as a whole right now. So, if you have any comments about how the energy of July is going, I would love to hear. The the oracle for the week is on Sundays, but every once in a while I come on here to just talk about energy on purpose for this month. So, hi, Suzanne. I love that you guys are here. So if you want to share in the comments how you're feeling, I was just talking about projections and mirror stuff. And so we're talking about catching projections and things in real time and feeling into the idea that whatever your reality wants to be validating, it will if you don't catch it. Oh, you missed the oracle. Yeah, it's in replay. You could go watch it though. I mean, the week is got some pretty intense themes. So go check out the replay for this week because we're working with inner child, past life. Actually really goes with July because what we got was what you put out is what you're going to get back. And that's really what July is saying. We have to look at our mirrors. Um the subconscious mind is not always our friend because it's doing things automatically that doesn't always get us healed or in alignment with what we say we want to create. And so this month we're really being asked to kind of notice where we're projecting, getting projected onto, and really paying attention to that so that you can heal it, basically. Subconscious mind gets kind of uncomfortable if you question it because it's like, no, this is the truth. I've needed to run this coping skill my whole way. But um, yeah, so it's just kind of figuring that all out in this month. Susan says that her reading for today mirrored the oracle cards from yesterday. That's the other thing. You throw your own cards and you throw cards with me and you throw cards elsewhere. It's funny how they will double down. Yeah, Stephanie got the Akash on Sunday. She got a Akash at the new moon ritual, and then she also got pulled cards at home that said the Akash record. So I guess when they really want us to get on to something, they're like, get on it. So I that's one of the reasons why I love oracle cards because um they're so loud with their influence. So anyway, energy on purpose, quick practice you can use today. Think of someone who currently triggers you. Okay. And ask yourself, what am I assuming about this person? Now, this first question is really important, and my guides have told me to ask this question often, and it's played out pretty well because even if my assumptions were right, um, we are sure I could do that. Even if our assumptions are right, by the way, voicing them to the other person saying, I'm hearing you say this, sometimes puts it back on them to really be clear. Is that what they're saying? So that's asking for assumptions is first one. And now I'm going to pivot for a second to engage with the people who are asking for live information. Okay. Yeah. So Steve didn't like his emotion card. I know. It's sometimes we have to dig into our emotions. I'm going to take out a card for July for men. I don't know if that means you want to know about men in regards to you or what, but we'll let me pull a card. I'm going to use the secret language of light for that. Oh, you got focus. That's funny. That's actually, oh, for you. Okay. Well, you got focus. That's funny. You never know, I mean, I am intuitive, but I don't always know what you guys are trying to say. So focus, which actually really goes with the energy on purpose this month. Okay. Focus. So somebody's triggering you, ask yourself what you're assuming is true about this person. And then where else in your life are you seeing the exact same pattern show up? Because just like we're talking about in the comments with the cards, they show up. They show up, right? And come up over and over. So if you're trying to heal something, it might come at work and your personal life and your friendships and at the grocery store. That's really when the universe is like, come on, get this. So then ask yourself, what would you believe about yourself if this did not bother you? If this person's behavior was not bothersome to you, what would that mean? And then in one small way, can you hold a different belief the next time you see this person or you interact with this kind of trigger? I would write this down because this is really important. Learning to work with the projections is how you move into being more of a, awakened witness to your life, and you get to do things that are a lot more, about what you want and in alignment with that. I'm working on refining a workbook I wrote in like 2013, 2014 that was abundance frequency. And one of the work in there is to just pause on your beliefs and see if you even can have what you say you want to have. So, all right. Well, I love that you guys are hanging out with me and that you are giving me something to interact with because it's always great when you're talking into the void. But that was pretty much what I wanted to say for you guys about energy on purpose. Susan, I hope that everything is smoothing out for you. Stephanie gave me a little update. And exploring fish, you can, if you want me to know what your name is, that's all I can see is your handle. You can tell me so I wouldn't have to call you exploring fish. Although maybe you like that. Gia, okay. Yeah, long haul, Susan, I know. I'm sorry. Gia, is it pronounced Gia or is there a different am I pronouncing it right? So yeah, okay, great. Thank you. All right, so I am going weekly on Sundays. I do the weekly readings, and on the ends of the month, right before we're coming into the week switches over to the next month, I also do a month reading there. This is my energy on purpose discussion. So where I say, let's do energy on purpose, let's focus on it. I'm also trying to put out, little energy tips. I'm trying to be better about putting that out for you guys, just to give you something to work with throughout the month. Because I know that the energies can be a lot. July's been kind of like it's astrologically predicted as being a big moment in time and that kind of thing. You asked the question as I'm answering it. Do you believe in astrology and numerology? I absolutely do. But I do also believe it's like the interpreter, right? However you interpret something. It's why the don't make assumptions kind of thing is kind of important. But I do think that there's a lot of influences around us that are hidden basically math. The math is what makes up this crazy world we're in, right? Sacred geometry, all the things. So astrology's math, numerology's math. I mean, it's all about how things order themselves in the universe. So I do think that they helpful to look into. But I'm very non-secular though. All of that stuff is I'm not following any kind of particular thing. Um, so the ooh, what do you think about the later half of the year for Pisces moons? Well, I'm not an astrologer. Let me be clear about that. And I think Pisces has been getting jostled around a little bit. I mean, some in a good way. Opportunities kind of depends on how you handle it, but yeah. And Susan, angel numbers everywhere. I know, me too. 111 is been a big one for me lately, which is the gateway numbers. And I've also my youngest kid just graduated from college, and he received his diploma at 5 o'clock, 555, which I thought was like, okay, here we go. We're transitioning into something new. So yeah. All right, you guys. Well, that's it for now. I'm gonna come on. Oh, what does 0220 mean? Well, it depends on the context. I mean, the double twos oftentimes is about getting paired up, and when you have two together, it's also about creating stabilization, like two legs to a, four legs to a table or whatever. And with the zeros, anything's possible. I mean, the zeros are kind of like the point where it exists. So, yeah, that could be that you're really needing to partner and cooperate. So, okay. So, just once more, Sundays are my readings. Once a month, I'm going to come and do this energy on purpose, which is what this is. Come chat with me about how the energy is. And then I'll be doing some just posts about, like tips on grounding and things like that to try and help you out through the month. So be sure to subscribe, hit the bell button if you haven't already, which will tell you when I am live. And that's it for now. Go be amazing. Bye.